you have itchy, irritated eyes from allergies, then you're probably looking for the best over-the-counter allergy eye drop that you can find. Well, in this video, I'm going over my top 2 most favorite allergy eye drops that I recommend to my patients all of the time, with one of them being a much anticipated preservative-free allergy eye drop. Let's focus in. Hey, howdy everybody, this is Dr. Neil Gaiman, Dr. EyeGuy, with a show that keeps your eyes healthy and your vision clear. And I do videos all about the eyes, including videos about the best eye products. Now let's talk about the best over-the-counter allergy eye drops. Now usually people that are suffering from eye allergies are probably suffering from allergic conjunctivitis, an inflammation of the conjunctiva caused by allergies. Now this can cause your eyes to get red, watery, itchy. Your eyelids maybe will get itchy and irritated. It can cause your eyelids to get puffy or swollen, and you can experience this with the seasons, seasonal allergies, spring and fall, or perennial allergies all year round with pets, pet dander, dust mites, or mold. Now remember, I'll hook you up with a link in the description below for the drops I'll talk about so you can check out the updated prices for each drop. The first drop that I recommend is called Pataday. Now Pataday was a very common prescribed allergy eye drop that you'd get from your doctor. In fact, I would prescribe it all of the time. The downside is that it would possibly be pretty darn expensive. And so a little over a year when it became over the counter, doctors and patients were doing jumping jacks of joy. It's that good. Now the actual medication in Pataday is called olopatadine, which is shown to be very effective, a lot of times more effective than other allergy eye drops, and that's why it's so popular. Now olopatadine is an antihistamine and a mast cell stabilizer, meaning it will take care of your symptoms that you're having right now and stabilize your eyes for the future. Currently, you'll find 3 different formulations for Pataday over the counter: 0.1%, 0.2%, and 0.7%. Now the 0.1% version is a twice-a-day drop, morning and night, and the 0.2% and 0.7% are both once-a-day drops, usually taking it in the morning, and it works throughout the day. Now Pataday is safe for ages 2 years and older. With Pataday, I actually kind of like the twice-a-day version better. It feels better for me to have a drop in the morning and in the evening, but if you're not a fan of eye drops, then I'd actually go for the extra strength version where you just put it in the morning and it'll work the rest of the day. Now one thing we need to talk about Pataday is that it does have a preservative in the eye drop. It has the most common preservative found in most eye drops. It's called benzalkonium chloride, or BAK. The reason why this is significant is because if you use an eye drop with the preservative back in it frequently, a lot during the day, it's been shown to be toxic to the cornea. Now you probably won't have that problem with Pataday because you're using it once a day or twice a day, but there are some people that are a little bit more sensitive to that preservative or even allergic to back. And so if you're taking allergy eye drops for your allergies, but you're allergic to the preservative in the allergy eye drop, then it defeats the whole purpose of allergy eye drops. Allergies. So this leads me to the other eye drop that I'll strongly recommend. Now before we move on to the second drop, if your eyes are itchy, because we're talking about itchy eyes, when you go to scratch your eyes, come back down and click that like button with the mouse if you're finding value from this video. The next allergy eye drop that I strongly recommend now is the preservative-free version of Alaway. Now the preserved version of Alaway has been over the counter for a long time now. In fact, Alaway and Zaditor were probably the most common eye drops that I would recommend before Pataday became over the counter. And now Alaway is a little bit more unique with a preservative-free version. Now the actual medication in Alaway is called ketotifen fumarate. You'll probably hear different ways to pronounce that word. Medication names are weird. Ketotifen fumarate is also an antihistamine and a mast cell stabilizer like Pataday is, and it's safe for ages 3 years and older. And like I said, what makes this special is that it does not have any preservatives in the eye drop. It's strictly just the medication. And Alaway is a twice-a-day drop. You'll use it in the morning and in the evening. Now, one thing to consider when comparing these drops is that the bottle version will usually last you longer. This Pataday version, the twice-a-day version, is a 30-day supply, whereas the Alaway preservative-free version is a 10-day supply. It has 20 vials in there because you're using it twice a day. So that's one thing to consider, is the preservative-free Alaway version will probably be more expensive. You might have to buy more of them to get you the same amount or length of time use as a bottle version. And remember, if you're experiencing these symptoms and you try some allergy eye drops and the symptoms aren't getting better, or maybe your eyes are getting worse, it's always best to go in, get your eyes checked by your eye care doctor so you know exactly what's going on. There's a lot of different conditions that can cause your eyes to be itchy, red, irritated, watery, and so you just want to have a proper diagnosis. Now, if you need some specific tips about your watery eyes, make sure that you check out my other videos specifically about watery eyes. I'll put the link in the description below as well as up here. Also, let me know down in the comments below if you've tried Pataday or the preservative-free version of Alaway. I'm kind of curious to hear how they're working for you. Thanks for checking out the video. I'm Dr. Neil Gaiman, Dr. EyeGuy, focusing on you and your eyes. Stay focused, and make sure you check out my other videos, clicking or tapping the screen right there, and I'll see you in the next video.